Nimrod was the first king to prostrate to Satan and challenge God, and he gathered his army to confront God. So what was his end? You will be shocked. It is said that the first tyrant of the earth was one of the 4 kings of the world. It's mentioned in the Quran. He was among the disbelieving kings and was reportedly the first to learn magic directly from Iblis. He claimed divinity and would say, "I am your God, I am your supreme Lord." The people of Babylon worshipped celestial bodies, the sun and the stars. It is said that Nimrod rose above others by imposing his dominance and commanding his people to worship him. He was also the first to wear a golden crown on his head and proclaimed, "We are the kings of the world." His army continued to conquer kingdoms until he became the ruler of the 7 regions of the world. Nimrod reigned for 400 years with tyranny and oppression. Before becoming king, he was wealthy and prosperous, but he dreamed of having absolute power. One day, while bathing surrounded by maidservants, a hunchbacked man dressed in black entered his royal bath, surprising him. The man sarcastically said, "Are you the one who will rule over the earth and those upon it?" Enraged, Nimrod ordered the execution of the man as well as all the maidservants present. However, when he went up to his chamber, he found the same man he had just killed. Astonished, he asked him who he was. The man replied, "I am a being of light created long ago. If you wish to rule the earth, you must see me in my true form." The man then transformed into a gigantic and formidable-looking creature. It was Iblis. He commanded Nimrod to prostrate before him in exchange for immense power. This was the first pact between a human and the devil in exchange for power and authority. Iblis then taught Nimrod magic and showed him how to manipulate people to establish his rule. After mastering these occult arts, Iblis ordered him to kill his own father in order to seize power. Nimrod obeyed and became a ruthless, arrogant, and powerful king. He commanded his people to worship him and declared, "We are the kings of the world." His army continued its conquests until he became the master of the 7 kingdoms. Before the prophetic mission of Ibrahim, Nimrod had a dream in which he saw a star rise and overshadowed the light of the sun and the moon until no light remained. Alarmed, he summoned his priests, magicians, and astrologers to interpret his dream. They told him that a child would be born who would cause his downfall. Terrified, Nimrod ordered the execution of all newborns in the region that year. However, Ibrahim was born that year, and his mother hid him until he grew up. When Ibrahim confronted Nimrod to prove the existence of the true God worthy of worship, Nimrod tried to refute him. He asked, "Who is your Lord?" Ibrahim replied, "My Lord is the one who gives life and causes death," Nimrod replied. "I too give life and cause death." He then brought 2 men, killed one, and set the other free. Ibrahim then said, "My Lord makes the sun rise from the east, so make it rise from the west." Nimrod was left speechless and unable to respond. One day, while the people were celebrating a festival, Ibrahim entered their temple and smashed all their idols except the largest one. When asked who had done this, he replied, "The great idol did it," they said. "How can an idol do this when it neither speaks, hears, nor moves?" Ibrahim then made them realize the absurdity of their idol worship. Nimrod seized this opportunity to try to get rid of Ibrahim by throwing him into a massive fire. However, Allah transformed the fire into coolness and peace for Ibrahim, and he emerged unharmed. Many then began to believe in the God of Ibrahim, while others remained in their misguidance. Furious, Nimrod sought help from Iblis, who deceived him into believing that Ibrahim was a demon, preventing him from recognizing the truth. Allah sent an angel to invite Nimrod to embrace faith. He refused the first time, then the second, and again the third time. The angel then said, "Gather your army, and I will gather mine." Nimrod prepared his army at sunrise, but Allah sent a swarm of mosquitoes so dense that it obscured the sky. These insects devoured the flesh and blood of Nimrod's soldiers, leaving only their bones. One mosquito entered Nimrod's nostril and remained there for 400 years, tormenting him day and night. To ease his pain, he had his head struck with hammers until Allah put an end to his life. This story is full of lessons. It demonstrates that only Allah is the sovereign of the universe, that He supports His messengers, and that He grants victory to truth over falsehood. It also reminds us that patience, obedience, and faith are the keys to spiritual success. We ask Allah to keep us firm in faith, grant us a good end, and unite us in His eternal paradise. May peace and blessings be upon our Prophet Muhammad, his family, and his companions.